Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm happy to be here to explain some things about the problems that faces our nation, Nigeria. I will be, coming live here every now and then. Most of my video will be in English and some will be made in my mother's tongue, Yoruba. But first of all, the first one I'm doing today is going to be in English because I'm going to talk about issues that affect us all as a nation. I've seen some videos online that many people think are the problem that faces Nigeria today, or that is still facing Nigeria today, are created by the British. Let's say that is true, even though it's not. Because one thing I know is that the British left us a system of government that works for them, that they're still practicing up to today. Cabinet system of government. We cannot just continue to blame Lord Lugard for our problems. We cannot just continue to blame the British for our problems. Even if someone creates a problem, we have the power to fix the problem. Many will say they're not giving us the chance to fix the problem. And I will say no to that. So what are the problems? I just want to make it brief because I don't want to keep people here for 1 hour or 1.5 hours try to listen to someone like me. No, I won't take too much of a time because that is what I've seen online. Majority of people will come here, they will do a video that will last 1 hour, 50 minutes, 2 hours, 50 minutes. No, people have time, people have jobs to do. So I'm going to be making my own videos very short. So what are the problems that is facing Nigeria today? I would say the problems are ourselves. The problem that is there in Nigeria today are not just being created by the present administration. It's the problem that has been there for years. And the main problem has been bad government. Bad government who doesn't care about people. Government that doesn't care about the welfare of its people. And it's not just, we can't lay the blame on one tribe alone. We've seen Hausa being the president of Nigeria. We've seen Yoruba being president of Nigeria. And the only people that even have more reason to be aggrieved are the Igbos. Over the years, I haven't seen an Igbo president, apart from the time of Nnamdi Azikiwe, when he was the president, we were still practicing cabinet system of government. When he was the president and the Tafawa Balewa was the prime minister. So they have the reasons to be aggrieved. And let's talk about that. If we look at the problem facing Nigeria, I said the problem was bad governance. And the government is not just by the presidency alone. Let's say we change the system of government to the one that suits us the most, that allows us to just corrupt us all. Not only the politician. We change the system of government to a presidential system of government. With the system that the British left us, you have a proper representation of the people because the MPs, the member of parliaments, every now and then go to their constituencies to listen to the people. They will take that to the House of Parliament and table its people's concern or demands. They discuss about it and they sort it out. But when you have a system of government where politicians, House of Representative members, Senate members, pay you for your vote, And they spend a lot of money doing that. So when they get there, the assumption is, oh, you already get paid for your service, for your votes. So what do they do first when they get there? They want to recuperate all the money they spend back. So if anyone is telling them to start fighting wars or whatever, no, no, no. They've spent a lot of money. They pay for your vote. They want to get all this money back. In a normal democracy, people contribute money to sponsor somebody that will respond to their demand. They sponsor that person to go to House of Representatives, to go to Senate. They contribute money for this campaign. So when he gets there, he doesn't have to worry about that. The debt he is owing are to the people that paid for him to get into the House of Representatives, if that's the case, or the Senate. He's indebted to them. So their view will be well represented in the House of either in the House of Representatives or in the Senate. But when the election comes out, you get paid 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira with a tin of oil, with a bag of sugar or whatever that you get when the election is coming. And they know how to do that. So I will call on my brother in the East. Because I don't want to spend too much time. I will be expatiating more on whatever that I say here. So my brothers in the East, my brothers in the North, because we're all brothers. I believe we're all brothers. We're not going to say that if you go to Kaduna is like shining electricity is 24 hours, or Kano, electricity is 24 hours, or their roads are so good. They are suffering too. They have been enslaved by their elite. Forget about the few that are eating Nigerian money. Majority of their population are impoverished. Just as we hear here in the East and in the West, or in the Southwest or Southeast, or whatever you call it. They don't have good roads too. They don't have good schools too. So the problem is not it's not we cannot lay the blame of the problem that is facing Nigeria on one tribe alone. It's just about bad government. An outdated constitution, which, by the way, your representative should be fighting to change. Let's say the British zoned this in the North, zoned that in the North, which we all know. How we can solve that problem is by electing representatives that will fight for that change, that will continue to fight for that change. So that this is injustice, and have to fight it in a different way. Imagine the all-Eastern House of Representative member boycott a session of House of Representative. If they can all cooperate to work together like that, or all the representatives from Yoruba nation or Yoruba land continue to hammer their view in the floor of House of Representatives every day, hammering their concern, hammering, getting up and causing problem in the house. Or one day just boycott or just walk out as a group together. The Northern senators or Northern House of Representatives will not impose a decision on them. That is how we fight in a democracy. That is how we fight in a democracy. People like Nnamdi Kanu, for example, and the people that he knows that feel the injustice that has been served on the East should be the one fighting all this fight in the House to make all those changes. From the other side, let's say Sunday Igboho is genuine. They should be the one elected into the House of Representatives to go and fight all this. You're not just going to the House of Representatives to make money. You can say, I've already made enough money. Why do I need to go into the House of Representatives? Are you supposed to go to the House of Representatives to make money? No, it's to go and fight for the people. We have to change this mentality. So I had some people say, no, I don't want political position because I'm already rich enough. Is the political position meant to be like a place where you can enrich yourself? No. It is where you're supposed to express your desire. It's where you're supposed to fight for the people, not to enrich yourself. So if you are so rich, then that is when you even need to go in there and fight for the people. So if you look at the problem that faces Nigeria, I asked one question one day. I watched a video online. They asked one guy, they say, if you become a president, what will you do? He said, I'm just going to go there and embezzle money, and that's the youth. Are you going to blame that on Lord Lugard? And one day, personally, I asked a guy that I know very well, who was going to join the police force. I asked him, why would you want to join the police? He said, I won't have to touch my salary. I said, what do you mean? Do you know how much money they make on the checkpoint? I won't have to touch my salary. And that is the reason why he wants to join the police. So now tell me, is that the problem of Lord Lugard? Is that a British problem? So what are we employing my people to do? Is to wake up and start electing representatives that will fight all these grievances in the floor of the house, from local level to state level, council of governors, council of harbors. Fight it politically. It's a war that can be fought and won, that will bring about the changes that we need without war. So, Chief Nnamdi Kanu, if you run across this video, I commend your effort. I could see your grievances. I don't live in Nigeria. I've lived abroad for 20 years. And I don't even need to go, I could stay here and start making mouth and say, we want war, we want war, just like many people do now. War. What do they understand by war? There are some fights we can fight without shedding blood and can be won democratically. Imagine people like Nnamdi Kanu voting to the House of Representatives. People like others that are agitating for their own country on the other side, voting into the House of Representatives and continue to, because the issue of separation, you cannot compare agitating for more states to agitating to separate from a country. Yes, you have the right to self-determination. You can demand for it, but it's like a divorce. If you're a nation that is bound together by international law, if you want to separate, you don't go about it with violence. You don't go about it with agitating for wars. There are various ways you can fight it for your agitation without shedding blood, without going to violence. Because what you are recognized as is Nigeria. So within international community, if you want to separate, you have to do it legally, the way it should be done. Referendum, for instance. And people in the house, governors, will be the one to fight for that. Okay, we want to separate. So go and fight that one in the House of Representatives. Take it to the Senate. Take it to Council of Executive or whatever, Executive Council or whatever. And then the country, together, we can now decide to have a referendum. Okay, they want to separate. Let's put it to vote. That is how you fight wars, without shedding blood. The other war that you are calling for, the East, you remember you fought this war before. These days, you don't fight wars like that, because it will only lead to more trouble. And it's going to, even if you succeed, if you think Biafra or Yoruba nation can defeat the whole of Nigerian army with airplane, with tanks, but that's not the way I would go about it. I will cut this video short now. I will continue later on. Thank you for hearing me out, and continue to look out for more videos. That's how we do. I will not waste too much of your time. I have a lot to say, but as I said, I don't want to keep people waiting on my channel to spend hours, because you have things to do. But look out for more videos in the future. Please, brothers and sisters, in the north, in the east, in the south, please, let's just think and think of a better way to make our country better, so that we can all be proud of it once again. Not many of us can be proud of Nigeria now. I can say that. And I understand the grievances of all the people that are agitating to separate from Nigeria. But the problem is not with me. The problem is with us, people. We put people there. People are the ones responsible for our problems. It's their actions or inactions that are responsible for our problem. They created poverty. Their lack of action or their incompetence created poverty. Their incompetence created anarchy. Their incompetences created a lot of our problems that we face today. Education is in crisis. Security is in turmoil. Nothing works. My brothers, there's a way we can fight this war. Let's stop giving our rights away by collecting money from politicians. In fact, any politician I offer you money to elect them, that is just a red flag. Do not vote for them. Elect your own representative. And politics is not about someone gets to a position and you start asking for contract, for God's sake. It's not where you can just go and enrich yourself. So I say to my brother, who says if he gets to the office of president, that we just go there and embezzle money and get out like others, then how is it going to get better if you have that kind of mentality? How is my brother that wanted to join the police, just because of the bribe he's going to collect at the checkpoint, will not make him to touch his salary? How are we going to fix things like that? This is never going to get fixed. So the problem is with us people, not with any particular tribe. Northerners might say, oh, but if you look at them, go to the States, they suffer too. They suffer too. Brought upon them by their people, by the elites. Our elites too are doing the same to us. I know we're hungry right now. We're hungry right now. And we may be calling for war, but war is never a good thing. Thank you very much for sparing me your time to look at my channel today. So look out for more. And we will be discussing. We will, by the way, encourage people to contribute, to discuss in a civil way. We do not want abuse here. We want to discuss things in a civil way. You're not going to agree with my opinion. You have your own opinion. You are welcome. Your opinions are welcome. Your opinions are welcome. So let's discuss things in a civil way. Many people, we don't want, in this channel, we don't want people that we make comments about, are you crazy, kind of, using those words. We don't want to have all this one. We encourage people, intellectuals, and some, well-learned people to contribute, to make their contribution here. We do not want abuse. We do not want to be disrespected. I'm not going to do. I know that I'm not going to ask you to accept whatever I say. Everybody have their own opinion. I'm going to be expressing my own opinion. You can either agree or disagree. But I won't disrespect you. Please disrespect no one. Thank you very much for watching my channel, and see you soon. Bye-bye.